Greetings, humans. I'm Andre, and I'm George, and this is Couscous. And welcome back to the Windmill Flow Courses. Couscous. Empty on the inside. Empty on the inside. Now, he's a skull, and he's empty on the inside, so he has no brain. And through this video, your job is to figure out whether that's the case for us, too, depending on what we'll be saying. But this is Empty on the Inside by Entheos. We've checked them out a whole bunch of times before. I think we featured the entire last EP.
Yeah, it was 5 songs.
Yeah, and that was a chunker. That was a banger. I think some of the bangers on that one really kind of elevated their popularity, and we have yet to see what's happening.
You said it was a banger with bangers on it.
It was a banger with bangers on it. The EP, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
What did you think I meant?
I don't know.
I mean,
No.
we forgot to turn on the volume.
Okay, it's buzzing at me.
That de-escalated quickly.
Okay, so if I wasn't empty on the inside before, I am now, because any remnants of a nervous system that used to be in there has just leaked out my ear holes.
I'm going back to the credits because I think I saw some interesting names.
I mean, I know all the names.
You know all the names. Give me the names.
So Naveen, drummer and I think on studio guitarist, bassist, instrumentalist, everything. He's in the band. Cheney's the vocalist. for guitars, they have credited here Scott Carstairs from Fallujah.
Yes, which is
and
epic.
I don't know if he's an official band member of Entheos at this point, but he's been going on tour with them. And the fourth guy was Michael Stansel, and I don't know where he's from or what.
But what I wanted to point out is director, cinematographer, editor.
Malcolm Pugh.
Yes,
That's the guy from
Inferi.
From Inferi and from the Artisan era, right?
Yes.
Nice. So there are big names here. Okay, that was strange. I think vocally this is like a bitch to pull live because you have the cleans that are so like subdued and sultry, but you need them like at the same level of volume as the fucking screams.
Yeah.
And you can definitely do that in the mix on studio, but I don't know how the fuck you pull that live.
Well, I think, okay, I am not a vocalist, but if I'm gonna think about it with all my ignorance, what I would say is that you need to bring the volume, but then also make it breathy.
Okay, fair.
And I think that's actually really hard to do because that means that you drain your air really fast.
We're just speculating here. We're not vocalists.
Yes.
That was freaking great. I like the vocal pacing. I love the grooving. I love the grooving on the drums through the verses and the clean parts.
Yeah.
Because that's not death metal drumming. I don't know what that is. That feels jazzy to me or something.
Yeah, and I don't think as much as this band has always been groovy, I don't think I've ever heard anything from them that would be this groovy. Because it always had to be, at least to some degree, violent.
No, I think an end to everything definitely was just as groovy. And I think a lot of the stuff on the last EP were just as groovy.
We're going to have to discuss the meaning of the word groovy, but don't worry, we'll do that off camera.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the only criticism I have of this is through that bridge section, through the screener bridge section, I could just hear in my head how well it would have fit to have some Ben Dewar style very fast vocals matching that drum pace.
Oh.
And I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity creatively. But I'm not a songwriter and I have no idea what the song would have become if they tried to do that. It's possible that I'm just, pulling stuff out of my ass that never would have worked.
Or out of your empty skull.
Yes, because it's empty on the inside. Like couscous.
But despite all that, the best thing about this is that when she screamed, the things turned red.
Yeah, especially all the blood falling out of her mouth.
I was talking about the lights, but good on you to get gory.
Yes, they got gory. I just pointed it out. Also, Scott, if you look at his right arm, he's got like these mechanized bionic tentacles visible through his arms, and most people just assume those are tattoos. It's not. It's just, skin pulled off, and you see the mechanisms inside, like you did on Terminator 2, and that's why he can play the way he plays. He's not really human.
I did tell you before, I'm not going to try to do damage control when you say dumb things. Are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpses out.